Thanks so much for subscribing. I saw three of my friends on here. I'm like, yay, you're here. I feel like it will help me stay accountable to keep video blogging and also staying creative and writing my poetry and just kind of keeping this on here. I was thinking about like some of the topics I want to dive into, and honestly, I think as I reach, so I'm turning 38 in September, and as I reach like heading towards turning 40, I want to start recording just my growth process as a woman, like what it means for me, and as a mom, as a woman, and just my own personal journey about God, my life. So today's topic is going to be um, about when you fall in love. So I tend to dive really very, very deep, very fast when I like someone. I kind of think of it like a swimming pool when there's that 10 feet, right? There's like that 10 feet, and then there's the 3 feet. And I enjoy being friends with someone, and then the moment around, I'd say like 5 feet in, where I feel like they are definitely someone I want to be with, I just dive all the way to the 10 feet. The problem with this is that once I dive and I go all the way deep into loving a person, and then they don't love me back, or they can't commit the way that I wish was healthy, or they just stop trying. I feel like I'm already down there on the 10 feet, so I have to swim back up, right? I have to swim back up and go back to the top of the swimming pool and try again, or not try again. Like, I don't have to go swimming. You don't have to date. You do not have to be in a relationship with someone. This is something somebody told me that once in college, that I'm already whole and I don't need to find another half to complete me. And I've always believed this, because I have seen relationships in my life with friends who they just keep going from relationship to another relationship to try to fill them, and which I think can happen for some, where they do find someone right away after another relationship. But for the most part, I need myself to understand that I'm already whole in God, and just me, like my intrinsic value is already there. So how do you get out of falling in love once you're in it? And once you dive, these are my thoughts. So when I like someone and I don't want to like them anymore, because they don't want to be in my life, the first thing is time. Time is so essential, and that's something that you can't control. You're gonna have to get out of those feelings in time. There's gonna be, healing is not linear. It's not gonna be like straight, right? Like some days I still feel like I'll still feel like I'm really in love with someone, and other days it's gonna feel like, oh, screw them, I don't want them in my life. The second one, I think, is understanding that if a person doesn't want to be with you, that's okay. They are able to say no to you. Like, people are allowed their preferences. So when there's a menu, and when I look at a menu, when I go to like an Indian restaurant or something, I'm always looking for the curries, right? I love the curries. But then some people are not really into curries, and they're more into another type of dish. And I think you need to allow other people to say no. And it's really prideful for me, I think, to be like, hey, like, you need to like me, like I'm the person, and I'm the one that you should love. And that's wrong. You can't force somebody to love you. Even God himself with Adam and Eve, like God gave Adam and Eve that choice. And when it comes to somebody loving me, and if they want to stop loving me, I need to let them go. Like there's absolutely no ties. A man cannot be kept unless he wants to be kept. And that's the same for a woman. A woman cannot be kept unless they want to be kept. So time, and then also allowing them to say no to you. And I think tears are really important when it comes to healing from a heartbreak. Tears. Okay, so these videos are not edited at all. I'm just kind of talking. Yeah, I think tears need to happen. And when it starts coming out, you have to let it out, because somebody told me that tears was like toxins really getting released from your body. And I really love John 11:35 where it says Jesus wept. Like, that's it, he just wept. And he relates a lot to us because we can just weep. It's okay to weep, and it's okay to miss someone really badly and to say like, hey, I miss you, and I really wish that we could go back to where we were. But if a person doesn't want to swim with you anymore, they're allowed to get out of the water. They're allowed, and you're allowed to, like, I give myself permission to let go, and we need to give ourselves permission to let go.